Audio, KC5 CPO. Good evening, everyone. This is Dave, KC5 CPO. Welcome to our 28th Open Mic Night. If you'd like to follow along with us, visit the bit.ly/ECR logs and click Open Mic Night. Tonight we have Mark, KE2EDS, as our host, and Jason, K4KU, will be logging for us as well. I want to say a special thank you to them for their work on this. Net control tonight will be handled by myself, Dave, KC5 CPO, and Gil for the second half hour, K4GDS. Start tonight with mobile check-ins, then move to general check-ins. And so let's get started. If you are mobile and driving around, go ahead and check in slowly and twice with your call sign. I remind you, if you want to avoid some potential pileups, you can text your call to 716-317-9050. We also have a new feature. You can also email us at text@ecr.radio. Do we have any mobile check-ins this evening?
M5 CLE. Technically not mobile, I'm walking around. So M5 CLE walking.
Kilo 5 Alpha Lima, K5AL, Rocky in Fort Worth.
Okay, this is a good starting point. We have a couple text check-ins. We have KQ8U, Bob in Ecorse, Missouri, and we have W9AFK from Downers Grove, Illinois. And we got a few friends of mine, N5CLE, walking around in Cleburne, Texas, as well as K5AL, Rocky in Fort Worth. Let's start with this list. KQ8U. Bob, go. The mic is yours.
Dave, what was the question?
Yes, this is Open Mic Night, and my first time at this rodeo. So the question, yes, do you own or use any type of power amplifier? Do you own or use any type of power amplifier? Go ahead, Bob, the mic's yours.
You mean Dave and the rest of the Open Mic crew? I don't know amplifier, I don't think. No amplifiers. Okay, have a good night. KQ8U, back to that.
Roger, thank you for checking in with us. Next is KQ8U, Bob. Wait, we already did that. W9AFK is the next text check-in. Go ahead, sir.
Good evening, Adam over here in Chicago. Yes, I have two amps. Both amps are built for HF, 80 meters, 20 meters, 40 meters. So yeah, I have two amplifiers. And the reason for me logging in here tonight is that there is a petition going around for ARRL to squash the HOA no antenna rule. So if you guys log into ARRL, please sign that petition, get it up to the lawmakers. I just sent Dick a link to log in. So yes to the amps, W9AFK back to that.
Hi, Adam. Thank you so much for that information, and thank you for being in tonight. Next, our walking mobile check-in, N5 CLE, Dale in Cleburne. The mic is yours.
Hey, good evening, Dave. Let me make sure I'm coming in okay. I was having some technical difficulties. Am I coming in okay?
Sure, you're coming in loud and clear.
Okay, great. Yeah, I had to switch over to AMs over IP in the last second there. I think the question is, do I have any amps? No amps. I did once upon a time back in the day. Sure did. Had a heat kit that I built, 2K PEP, and that would heat up the room, let me tell you. But no amps. And you're sounding good, doing a good job so far. Hang in there. And I'll turn it back to the net. Inside, seal it.
All right, no amps, but you had one. And obviously no amps to your All-Star node. Next on my list is K5AL, Rocky. How you doing, buddy?
Good evening, sir. Good to hear you on there. Thank you for running the net. You're sounding great. Do I have an amplifier? I do not use an amplifier. No independent amplifier. Some of my radios have it built in, obviously, but no independent. Back to you, David. K5AL.
Hey, good deal. Good to hear you in there. Let's open it up for more check-ins. Let's go to general check-ins now, or general or mobile, or however you want to come in. And let's go ahead and take those check-ins now. KC5CPO.
KO4CLD, KO4CLD. W2RBC, W2RBC. K7FPS, K7FPS.
Echo India number 2, Hotel India.
Okay, that's a good second round here. That's good. Off to a good start today. I got a couple check-ins here, and so let's start with them. I have KD4QIP, Bart in Huntsville, Alabama. The mic's yours, Bart. Good evening. I have amplifier. Maybe wasn't that too neat for now. Right. Copied. No amplifier there. I want to go down this list of check-ins real quick, make sure I have these right. There is a question mark here. There was a KE question mark VLC. You were a little noisy into the system. Try again. If your call sign sounds something like KE something VLC. This is KE8VLC. Okay, we got it. KE8VLC. Also, at the top of this list, I have KO4CLD. I have KE8VLC, W2RBC, and K7FPS and KI2HI. So let's continue with our text check-ins, and then we'll move on down the list here. KA5GSS, KA5GSS. Standby. Yeah, Shane in Hampshire, Texas. Go ahead.
Down here in Hampshire, Texas. Question for the day. Yeah, I do have an amplifier, a RF2KS, and just wanted to hit on something I heard another gentleman speak of. It's the bill for the HOAs and the antennas. There are already currently two of them, one in Congress and one in Senate. Everybody write your congressmen and your senators and tell them to pass the bill, push the bill through. Anyway, everybody have a great afternoon. KA5GSS, back to the net. 7-3, everybody.
Checking in, Shane. Yes. A lot of my friends live in HOAs and are having problems. I live out in the country, so I have antennas everywhere. At my wife's displeasure. Anyway, let's move on. Next check-in is KQ4GLY. Chris in Parrish, Florida.
Good evening, Dave, and everyone on the net. I currently do not own an amplifier.
Short and sweet, we'll put you down for no. Next on the list is a check-in, KO4CLD. Micah, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I do not have a amplifier. Of course, I want one, but maybe in due time. And as far as that saying about the HOA, I will try my best to go and sign that, because I'm with all those others, you know. I mean, I don't live in an HOA, but I sure never will. KO4CLD, back to net.
Matt, this is W9ASK. Can I jump in here for a minute?
So thanks for checking in, and good to hear from you. Okay, we're moving down the list. W2 RBC in West Seneca, New York.
Good evening, Dave, Mark, Jason, and everyone on the Open Mic Net. Yes, I have an HF amplifier. It's an Elecraft KPA 500. I'd also like to invite everyone to the 20-meter net tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock at 7.317 megahertz. Come and join Roger and I, and we'll have a great time. Back to net control, 73 to all, W2 RBC.
Yes, sir. That sounds like a good thing. That was actually one of the announcements I was going to make. So, thanks for making that announcement for me. I'm sorry, I skipped one. KE8DLC, Oliver, you're next.
Actually, this is KE8DLC. I do not have an amplifier. Hoping to get my general here soon, and maybe I can look into it a little bit more once I get my general. Back to that control, and that'd be great for everyone on the net.
Checking in, we'll put you down for that answer. Again, the question is, do you own or use any type of power amplifier? K7FPS. Frederick in Reno, Nevada. What do you say?
K7FPS. I'm kind of, this is a brand new call sign for me. It's a vanity call, and yeah, I just got everything switched over yesterday. Can you change my name, preferred name, to Fred in that one? You probably had it for KK70GC, but anyway, no, I do not own an amplifier. I just have my couple 3 radios and a bunch of handhelds. K7FPS, back to net.
Our awesome net logger has changed your name to Fred, and thank you for that clarification. Got you down for a no. And as far as HTs are concerned, man, I got more of those I know what to do with. That way I get to talk out of both sides of my mouth. Last on this list is EI2HI. Hugh in Brandon, Cork Island, Ireland. Go ahead, Hugh. The mic is yours.
Control, a very good evening to you. Good morning from Ireland. You're correct, the name is Hugh, and I'm here in Cork County in Ireland. A very good morning to all on the net. Local time here is 1:17 a.m. in the morning. And to answer the question tonight, I've been licensed since the 1980s, late 1980s, and I've never owned an amplifier. I never felt the need for one. I always felt that the secret to the hobby was a good resonant antenna, up clearance over obstacles. I never felt the need for an amplifier of any type. Never had one, and I don't ever intend getting one. Always just ran barefoot from a 100-watt radio, and we have 324 DXCC countries confirmed, worked and confirmed over the years. So the answer to the question, no amplifier here. So back to you there in net control, and good morning to all from this part of Europe. From Echo India, number 2, Hotel India, back to net.
All right, Hugh. Yeah, it's all about the antenna sometimes. I get that. And good to talk to you in Ireland. You have a great night. Let's go for another round of check-ins. If you're ready to check in to the open mic night, come now with your call sign. Come slowly and twice, please.
KE4 NTG. KE4 NTG.
Whiskey Bravo 5 India Tango Tango. WB5ITT. I'm going to have to be in and out. Got a thunderstorm down here. And no, I don't have an amp right now.
Number 2.
Kilo Niner, Tango Juliet, Sierra, Papa 9, DJS, mobile and in and out.
PY2BIL, Papa Yankee 2, Bravo, India, Lima. 2 there, and I'm questionable about the one before. Come again, please.
Number 2, Zulu Victor November, N2ZVN.
Okay, I've got you, and I have here on the screen WB5ITT. We're not quite sure about that. Can you come back with your call sign? We have that call sign correct. I apologize for that. In and out, protecting his radio equipment by unplugging things during a thunderstorm. That's always a good thing. Let's open it up for some more check-ins. AC5 CPO.
N2BH. N2BH. 4QMM. KO4QMM. VK3AWA, VK3AWA.
November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo. November 4, Romeo Hotel Echo.
Okay, let's go with this list. I have November 2, Zulu Victor November, Allen and Kendall, New York. I have PY2 BIL, Bill in Sao Paulo, Brazil. I have N2BH, Bill in Palmyra, New York. I've got QO4, QMM, Roger in Altamira, Florida. I may be mispronouncing that. We also have VK3 AWA, Daryl in Paradise Beach in Australia, and N4RHE, Roger in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Let's start at the top. N27VN. The question is, do you own or use any type of power amplifier? Go ahead, Alan. The mic's yours.
Yes, I have a 2-meter, 70 centimeter old Mirage amp that I used to use back in the day when I first got licensed, and all I had was an HT. But boy, that thing's sitting in my go bag for probably the past 10 years. I don't think I pulled it out. But yes, I do have one. N2ZVN. Everyone have a good night.
I did skip one, KE4NTG. KE4NTG Walter in Hollywood, Florida. Come on in here with your answer.
Yeah, roger that. I thought I didn't make the repeater. I'm only a mile away. I didn't know how I did. But in any case, yes, I have 3 amplifiers. I have a FL2100 Yasu, Dentron Clipperton L, and a brand new Mercury 3 amplifier. So, answer to your question is yes, sir. Everybody have a good evening. KE4NTG back then at control.
All right, thank you for checking in. We'll put you down as a yes. Next on my list is PY2BIL, Bill in Brazil. Come on in here.
Good evening, everyone. This is PY2BIL from Sao Paulo in Brazil. Just checking in the net, but I was listening for a while. Regarding the question, no, I don't own an amplifier. I never used one, to be honest. But I have my 100 watt HF rig, and that has been enough for now, besides my 2 and 70 centimeter gear. Back to unit control. This is PY2BIL 73.
Okay, good deal. We got you down. Thanks for checking in tonight. Next is N2BH. N2BH. Another bill. And am I pronouncing this right? Palmyra, New York?
Good evening, and yes, that's perfect. Palmyra, New York. No, I don't own any amplifiers. Haven't gotten into that yet. N2BH. You guys are sounding good.
Sure, I got a team here helping me out. So, good support team here, keeping me in line. Next on the list is KO4QMM, Roger, Umatilla, Florida. I know I butchered that. Tell me what that name is.
You were really close there. Umatilla, Florida. And yes, I do have an amplifier. I have a Meritron ALS 600 solid state. And funny story with that is about 2 weeks after, or a month after I became general, I had to have an amplifier. I seem to get into middle all them pile-ups and stuff. I'm always about 500 watts. It almost comes on with the radio, and I enjoy every minute of it. So power those amps up and join us tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. 14.317. Randy and I will be there with the 20 meter net. Back to you. Thanks, open mic night, guys. KO4QMM clear.
Good deal. Yeah, I guess that amplifier would break up a few pile-ups on 20 meters. Thanks for checking in. Have a good evening. Next on the list is VK3AWA, Daryl, in Paradise Beach, Australia.
Good evening. Thanks for running the net. And in answer to your question, yes, I've been a ham for 50-something years, and I recently purchased my first HF amplifier. It's taken me that long to save the money. It runs from 160 through to 6 meters. Back to you, and good evening to all.
Hey, Daryl, thanks for checking in, and we got you down for your answer. You do have an amplifier. All right, this is my last check-in, N4RHE, Roger, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Good evening to all. November 4, Rumateleko, no amplifier. I'm afraid I might hurt myself. In fact, I go the other way. My enjoyment is listening to the variety of operator dialogue. November 4, Roger, M enthusiast, return to net.
You had me laughing at you might hurt yourself. I get that. I totally get that. And QRP is a lot of fun, especially if you're playing with FT8 or CW or whatever. Well, that does it for me. Name here is Dave, KC5CPO. I'm going to turn this over to Gil for another round of check-ins. I want to remind you about the Friday night youth net, 8 o'clock p.m. We have a new format, and we're trying to get more third-party youth traffic, so that should be a fun experience. So with that, I will turn it over to Gil, K4GDS. Everyone have a great night. KC5CPO.
Thanks, Dave. You did a great job there for your first time at it, so come back and do it some more. But before I let you go, why don't you answer the question? KC5CPO, Dave, did you own an amplifier or use one?
Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to get out answering that question. No, I actually don't. I just find them way too expensive and warm a house up in the summer and all that. But I kind of lean more toward, especially on HF, FT8, and seeing how many contacts I can get through, 5 watts. That's always a thrill. But, thank you so much, and I'll turn it back over to the new net, KC5 CPU.
Thank you, sir. And time for some more check-ins. Before we do that, just a reminder, you can text in via check in via text at 716-317-9050 or via email. Just send your call sign to text@ecr.radio and we'll get you on the log. With that said, let's just do some general radio check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, twice as slowly as your call sign, please.
KJ5MNV, Kilo Juliet 5, Mike November Victor.
KV0 VKL, KV0 VKL.
KE2EMU, Kilo Echo 2, Echo Mike Uniform. Okay, we can hold it up there. Let me run this from the bottom up. We had KE2EMU. Randy, looks like you're new to the system. If you have a good email out on QRZ, we'll send you a welcome letter. And you can always go to eastcoastreflector.com and find out all about us. For him was WB2JPQ, Dick, the Godfather himself. KB0VKL, Joseph in Bernard, Iowa. KJ5MNV, Bernie in Gretna, Louisiana, and VK3KEZ, Brian out of Australia, checked in via the text line, so we'll start with him. Brian, do you own it or use an amplifier?
Good morning, all. No, I don't own or use it, and I finally worked out how to use the email. I've graduated. Back to you, VK3KEZ. Bye.
Thank you, Brian. We got you down for a no. And moving on down the list, next is Bernie out of Louisiana, KJ5MNV. Do you use a power amplifier?
KJ5MNV. Well, first I'd like to say congrats to Dave on his first net control night. I've done that before, and yeah, he knows about that team. There's always a team behind you like that. It'll be very difficult. So hats off to both Dave and the team. Yeah, no, I do not have any HF equipment yet. I've been I'm shopping stuff as we speak right now. But yeah, don't have a need yet for amps, but I can see where they come in my future. Okay, back to net control. KJ5MNV.
Bernie, I couldn't agree with you more. Dave did a wonderful job. I remember my first time up here, and it was nerve-rattling, that's for sure, but a lot of fun once you get into it. Got you down for a no. Moving on down the list, KB0VKL, Joseph in Bernard, Iowa. Do you use or have a power amplifier? Joseph, are you still with us?
they want to know exactly what type of equipment you are running.
Okay, but let's move on down the list here. Next up is the godfather himself, WB2 JPQ. Do you have a power amplifier?
Well, good evening, Gil. Good evening to you, Dave. Nice to meet you. See you in the Zoom room. And Gil, please read my lips. Life is too short for QRP. This is WB2JPQ.
Trying to figure out how I'm supposed to read your lips over the radio, but got you down for a yes. Next up is Randy, KE2EMU out of Lissel, I hope I got that right, New York. Randy, do you use or own a power amplifier?
Good evening, everybody. Town is Lisle, New York. You're close. And no, I do not currently have an amplifier. We have a Yaesu FT891 that we do a lot of POTA with. And someday soon I'll be looking for an amplifier, but for right now I do not have one. Back to you, Gil.
That 891 is a great radio, taking 100 watts out in the field. Do you really even need an amplifier at that point? But got you down for no. And next is KE2EDS. Mark, do you own or use a power amplifier?
Good evening, Gil. Dave, again, great job as well. No, I do not. We used to play around back in the 70s with CBs and power amps, but nothing with ham radio. Have a great day or a great evening, KE2EDS.
Okay, Mark, got you down for a no, and appreciate everything you do here for Open Mic Night. Had a couple more text check-ins here. First, the Queen herself, KE8VKY Vicky out of Lambertville, Michigan, and our logger tonight, KUK4 Jason out of Atlanta, Georgia. So let's go up to Vicky. Do you use or own a power amplifier?
Hello. Nope. Not at all. Not even considered it. KUK4.
Okay, Vicky, we got you down for no. And moving on down, we have KUK4 Jason out of Atlanta, Georgia. Jason, do you use or own a power amplifier?
Yeah, good evening, Gil, and everybody on the Open Mic Net tonight. Dave did a great job. Nice to meet you. Great to have you on the net with us. Hope you come back. And Gil, no, I do not own a power amplifier, but Dick's comment there about life being too short for QRP may have inspired me, so I may be looking for one soon. This is K4KU, back to net.
Thanks, Jason. Thanks for maintaining the log tonight. We got you down for a no. That brings us down to the bottom of this list. Again, this is K4GDS, Gil, and it's time for some more check-ins. Remember, you can always check in via the text line. That's twice tonight I've done that. At 716-317-9050, or send us your call sign via email to text@ecr.radio. With that said, let's do some radio check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, call signs twice and slowly, please.
Kilo Delta 2, Kilo Alpha Kilo. Kilo Delta 2, Kilo Alpha Kilo.
You have 4 Golf Oscar Zulu coming in out of Virginia.
4 Golf 1 November Yankee Sierra 481 NYS.
Kilo Mike 4, Lima Whiskey, KM4LLW.
Okay, give us a minute, guys. Having a slight technical problem here. And that last call sign that checked in from DMR, can you come back with your call sign? We missed you there. Okay, let me run down this list, and if we missed you, I'll give you a chance to call in here. From the text line, we had KC1QPL John out of St. Paul, Minnesota, KD2KAC Brian out of Carthage, New York, KR4GOZ Daniel out of Standardsville, Virginia. Looks like you're new to the system. Welcome. If you have a good email out on QRZ, we'll send out a welcome letter to you. Next is 4G1NYS, Stephen out of the Philippines, and KM4LLW, Bob out of Melbourne, Florida. Was there anyone else there we missed? Okay, let's just go ahead and run this list. Top of the list was KC1QPL John out of South St. Paul, Minnesota. Do you use or own a power amplifier?
Good evening, sir. Thank you for having me. KC1QPL, good evening. No, I do not own a power amplifier. Never really messed around with power at all in my ham radio career, as you might have. But thanks for having me and doing a good job. KC1QPL, back to net control.
Thanks, John. We got you down for a no. Next down the list was KD2KAK, Brian out of Carthage, New York. Do you like power amplifiers, or are you on the QRP side?
This is Kilo Delta 2, Kilo Alpha Kilo, Brian. In my journey, I'm in probably the walk phase of the crawl, walk, run. I lean towards moving towards an amplifier. I'm not quite there yet. Starting to look into it in a new QTH, so I'm working out some of the gremlins. I'm no longer turning my lights on and off in the garage, but no, I do not have an amplifier yet. Back to net control.
Thanks, Brian. We got you down for a no. Next on the list is KR4GOZ, Daniel out of Standardsville, Virginia. Welcome to the system. And do you use or own a power amplifier?
I am in the crawling stage of ham radio right now, so I'm just testing out, seeing what all you can do with it. Currently, no. If a guitar amplifier counts, I have that. Trying to make it funny, but yeah, not yet. Currently, I'm interested in making my own J-pole, sort of like a pocket J-pole antenna. Back to net.
Okay, Daniel, we got you down for a no. And next on the list, we're going to run around the other side of the world here to the Philippines to Stephen, 4G1NYS. Do you use or own a power amplifier?
Thank you. Kilo 4 Golf Delta Sierra. This is 4 Golf 1 November Yankee Sierra. My name is Steven from here in the Philippines. It's 8:45 in the morning here on Thursday. And For my answer, I don't use a power amplifier. So you may put me down for a no. 73 to our friend stateside. I'll send it back to control.
Steven, thank you for checking in so early in your morning, and we got you down for a no. Last on this list is KM4LLW, Bob, out of Melbourne, Florida. Bob, do you use or own a power amplifier?
Way, and it's difficult to to do what I am with an antenna. So we've been pretty pleased under the circumstances, but really am enjoying the East Coast Reflector. I've only had a Shark RF M1KE for a couple of weeks, but I'm really addicted to it and able to talk to you guys on the end this evening. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. We got you down for a no. That brings us to the bottom of this list. This is K4 GDS. In case anyone's wondering, the no's are winning tonight about 3-1. And it's some time for more check-ins. Anyone, anywhere, call signs twice and slowly, please.
KB0VKL. I was having technical difficulties before.
Kilo Juliet 5. India.
KJ5MLL.
Okay, let me give you what we...
KR4BDJ, over.
Let me run down these call signs. We might have missed something in there. We had a KB0VKL, Joseph out of Bernard, Iowa. Check back in with us. We'll get to you in just a second. KJ5MLL, Brian out in Fulton, Mississippi. KR8BDJ, Charles out of Melrose, Florida. Was there another KJ5 call in there? Okay, hearing nothing. What we missed? Call sign twice and slowly, please.
VE3BZ. VE3BZ. HBYU. KAHBYU.
Okay, we can hold it up there. I got VE3BZ out of Canada, KA8BYU, Roy out of Blaisdell, New York, and KC3BUX, Eric, looks like you're new to the system, came in on the text line. I'll go to the top of this list, and that would be going back to Joseph out of Bernard, Iowa, KB0VKL. Do you use or own a power amplifier?
KB0VKL. And when I said technical difficulty, the technical difficulty was me. I forgot to push the button. I forgot this mic is not Fox. Anyway, yes, to both your questions. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I've owned some since the 90s, that little 10-meter amp. It's only a 250. Nothing I have is very large. I've got a couple of TE systems that are 175 waters, one for 6 meter, one for 2 meter. And I use the 2 meter more than anything because I'm out in the middle of nowhere and I've got about 40 miles to go in any direction before I get a repeater. So other than that, no, I wouldn't be. Everyone have a great KL.
Technical difficulty, just give a moment here with Gil. K4GDS, Gil, are you able to transmit? This is K4GDS, and I'm back on now. Sorry about that for a minute there. Okay, next on this list was KR4BDJ. BDJ Charles out of Belrose, Florida.
KR4BDJ, go ahead.
Charles, do you use or own a power amplifier?
I do not own a power amplifier and I don't use one. I use an FT991, a Yaesu, and I'm transmitting with 50 watts of power. Over.
Okay, we got you down for a no. And moving on down this list, the next is VE3BZ, Kevin out of Ontario, Canada.
Good evening, Gil, and everyone on the net. I do not own an amplifier. I have used one, but I haven't owned one, and maybe unless someone gives me one. Anyway, thanks for doing the net there, Gil. Back to you, VE3BZ.
Okay, let's go back to the list. Apparently I missed one here. KJ5MLL, Brian out of Fulton, Mississippi. Do you use or own a power amplifier?
This is KJ5MLL. I currently do not own or use any type of power amplifier. I appreciate you guys helping the net tonight, and thank you for what you do. Back to net control.
KJ5MLL, are you still with us?
We had some technical difficulties there with Gil, so I'm going to grab it here for a moment. Next up on the list is Roy, KA8BYU. Do you own or use any type of power amplifier?
On the open mic net, KA8BYU. Not at the present time. I have in the past, but at the moment, no. I used to use them on VHF and UHF back in the day when I didn't have it in the car. But I've always run just 100 watts on my HF, and it's been more than enough to work all kinds of countries and that. Back to you.
Hey, Roy, thank you very much for checking into our net this evening. Next up on the list, Eric, you're new to the list. KC3BUX, New Brighton, Pennsylvania. Do you use or own any type of power amplifier?
Good evening, net controller and everyone on the net. I do not use an amplifier. My budget's regulated pretty much to handheld and DMR, and as a joke, and please take this as a joke, I still have both my kidneys and haven't sold one of them yet. So I hope everyone's having a good evening, and back to you.
Okay, thanks, Eric, and appreciate Mark jumping in there while I had a couple technical difficulties. Last on this list right now is W2EM, Chuck out of Lancaster, New York. Do you own or use a power amplifier?
Good evening, Gil and Mark. Yes, I have a Mercury 3 here that I use. Life is too short for QRP. I'm getting older and I don't want to waste time. I'm just going to get out there and everybody turn the dials to the right. So, everybody have a good evening. W2EM.
Okay, Chuck, thank you for checking in, and that brings us just about to the top of the hour. I did want to go down through a few announcements before we signed off tonight. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. is the 20-meter net at 14.317, give or take a little bit. Tomorrow night we'll be asking Elmer at 8 p.m. in the Zoom room. Friday night at 8 p.m. is the youth net. We've got a new format we're working on. It's going pretty well. And Saturday night is trivia net at 11 p.m. Just want to remind you, you guys can sign up too to be part of Open Mic Night. Just go to bit.ly/open or ECR Open Mic. Fill out the form, and Mark will get you on the schedule here. On behalf of Mark, KE2EDS, Jason, K4KU, and Doug, KC5CPO, I'd like to say thanks for everything. This is K4GDS, and we're turning the reflector over to general use.